Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today we're going to solve this paper, part of it, at least in this video, which is May June 2023, paper 3, variant 1. And we're going to do task 2, which is a spreadsheet. So we're going to create a spreadsheet. Question number 1 says, let's open this file and see what's inside. So let's go and find the file, which is weather. This is our file now. Once you open it, now to make sure that everything is clear, you just click on the corner first and then you click between any two to fix your sheet, or make sure that each and every cell has the needed space to display the data correctly. And we need to save it as a spreadsheet, so we need to change the type and change the name as well. So let's copy the name here and let's go. File, save as. Inside our folder, we change the name, and I need to change the candidate number here, EG001. And very importantly, we need to change the type, so whenever we create formulas, it will stay there if we close the file and open it. So we need to save it as Excel workbook, and that's why they said save it as a spreadsheet, as you can see here. Now we need to place information in the footer. To information, left align, we should include the file name with no path, and right align, we should include our name, center number, and candidate number. So to go to the footer and the header, you normally click down here. You will see the header, you can see up here, but if I go down, I can actually go to the footer. So left align, it says make sure that the file name is there, no path, and right align, I'm going to include my name and center number and candidate number. Okay, and you can always go back into the normal view by clicking here. So it will appear, of course, only whenever you are printing out this sheet. Number 2, format row 1 to 7 of the spreadsheet look like this. Okay, and down here we have different formatting or specific format we need to apply for row 1 and row 13. It should be merge center line 16 point font. So row 1 and row 13 should look like this. Okay, so row 1 is merge up to the D, so I'm going to merge this one up to the D, make it bold, make it 16, center line, and a gray background, just like the question. Okay, and I'll do the same for this row here. The question says row 13, so I'll make it um, bold as well. We do have background. Same goes for this city here. Merge and center, make it bold, and this city as well, bold and center. And both of them, row 1 and 13, must be 16 points. I'm just going to increase the font now to 16. Okay, they look like also they are italic. Okay, backgrounds, all of them are center aligned. And bold. There you go, now we're good. So this one as well should be center aligned, and this one should be merged, by the way, and center aligned like this. All right, what we need now, we need it to look like this. So as you can see, some areas we don't have any borders in this area, so I'll remove the borders and make sure that the rest have the borders. So to remove the borders from this area, I'm going to select the area that I don't need borders in, for example this area, and I'll put the shading here as white. Okay, and the area I need borders, I'll just include the borders. Okay, so I'll include the borders here, all borders. Same goes here, and we have all the borders. Let's look, yes, and these are merged, so we'll continue merging this. All of these should be merged up to the D, up to the D, or up to the C, up to the C, up to the C. So take this, merge it, and the rest should be merged as well. Okay. All right. Okay. No borders. Only this we need full borders, and only these we need full borders. Yeah, and I think now it's good. And these should be all right aligned, and we should start now pushing them. These should be right aligned, and as you can see here, this one here is wrapped, so I need to wrap this one as well. So I'll increase this one a little bit, make sure that it's wrapped, and I'm going to push and push again until we get not seen amort in January. So I need to increase it more, yes, and now it's good. Okay, so now I think it looks the same except for row 14 now. As you can see here, most of them are wrapped and bold. So I'm going to increase this as well a little bit. I'll make them all bold first, and then I'll make these wrapped, and then I'm going to squeeze each and every one of them so I can force the wrapping to happen. You can see here, not too much. Okay, and right, 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 and I'll make sure that all of them are center aligned vertically and horizontally, just like in the questions. And we're good. What about the date? The date as well should be center, and okay. So I think it looks almost the same. No problem whatsoever here and there. Everything is clear. Yeah, everything is clear and nice. So let's continue. Next question. Okay, so next question it says print your spreadsheet showing the values, and we need to print it as a landscape. Everything should be displayed, and rows and columns heading should be also displayed. Now to print, first of all, I'm going to go File, Print, and all the active sheets, and then we need it as a landscape, as the question says, and we need to display the rows and columns heading. So we go Page Setup, Sheet, and tick rows and column heading. Here we are. We have the rows here, and we have the columns. Everything is there. Do we have anything else? And everything is just visible. Okay. So make sure that everything now is visible. It looks nice, as you can see, which is 3 pages. So I'm going to print it, of course, as a local printer because I don't have a printer here connected. So I'm just going to print it in the same folder as print number 1. Okay. And we finished this one. Okay, question number 4. In cells B3 up to D3, we need a formula to calculate for each town the average hours of sunrise. So we need the average hour of sunrise for each town, and it should be for January, and later it should be rounded to one decimal places. Now, to look for B3 to D3, that means for this, so we need for Amarta, and then for this country, and this for this country or town, and we need it only for January. And this is the sunshine here, and this is January here, so I can just use a normal average function where I will select only the sunshine for Amarta and only for January. I'm not going to February. Okay, and I'll do the same thing for this. Also January. No February should be included. So and also for this one, so equal average as well. Sunshine. No February, remember. Okay, and that's it. And remember the function said that it should be rounded to one decimal places. So before the average itself, I'll just include a function which is around, and I will go here and make sure that it's a one decimal place, and I'll repeat the same for these two. So it's around and one decimal place, and here as well it's around and it should be one decimal place. Now if you remember how to do it, or you know how to do it, you can just do it once before you do the average. You can start with a round. Okay, it's up to you. So in cells B4 to D4, we need to calculate for each town as well the average hours of sunshine for February, rounded also to one decimal places. So we need to repeat the same thing. However, this time we're going to do it for February. So I'm going to round and do the function at the same time to show you how. So average, and then this time we need February. So I'm going to start with February here, 1st of February till the end of the sheet here. Okay, so as you can see, you have the round finished, the average for each comma, and then round it to one decimal places. And I will do the same here, which is round, and inside the round what do we have? We have average, and we need sunshine for February. So start it from here. This is the 1st of February, and up to here, comma, one decimal places, and very good. And the same for this round average, and where is sunshine? Sunshine is here. Ooh, February. This is February now, and it should be one decimal places as well. Next, place in cell D6 to D9 format, calculate the total number of days that it rained in each of the three towns. Now, if you look here, you'll find that to find the number of days that rain, it should be the number of days where the rain value is greater than 0, as you can see, either for this city or for this city here or for this city here. Okay, so we need to only look for the days where the number is greater than 0. That means we're going to use a count. However, it will be a count if, since we have a condition, it should be greater than 0. So where is the range for Amarta? I'll select the range for Amarta here, all this, and then comma. Whenever it asks me for the criteria should be counted if the value is greater than 0. So I'll say greater than 0. Okay, and I will repeat the same thing for the rest. So again, it's a count if, and this time looking for another country here. Where is the rain for? This is the rain, comma, and it should be greater than 0. Okay, and show me as well count if and rain, comma, greater than 0, and we are done. Okay, number 6, place in D9 a formula to calculate the number of days with more than 7.5 millimeter of rain in Amarta. So here we need the criteria is greater than 7.5, which is heavy rain. So say it's a count if, so same function, however just a different criteria. And again I will select the rain. However, this time I'll say greater than 7.5. That's it for Amarta. And in cell D10, formula calculate the average wind speed in January, round it up this time, as you can see, round it up to the nearest knot. Okay, so I need the average wind speed in January for Amarta. So it's say equal, round it to, round it up. That means I will first use a round up, and inside the round up, I'm going to use an average. Okay, it's an average wind speed in Amarta for January. Where is the wind speed here? Where is January? This is January, so select only January here. Okay, done with the wind speed, comma, and it should be rounded up to how many digits? Let's go back to the question. Rounded up to the nearest knot. That means it should be 0. Okay, and here we go. We have it. Next, place in cell D11 a formula to calculate the number of days with a wind speed of less than 5 in a Marta in January. Less than 5 in January. Do you need to round this? No rounding, nothing. Okay, so I'll just use um, again. Place in cell D11 a formula to calculate the number of days with a wind speed of less than 5 knot in a Marta in January. So that means we need to count the number of days with less than 5 in the wind speed this time. So say it's a count if and wind speed. Is it January or all the month? In January also. So select only January. I'll not include February here. So wind speed up to the last day in January, which is 31 day here. Okay. And the criteria is less than 5 knot. Let me double check. It should be less than 5 in a Marta. Yes. And there we go. And we have it here. Okay. It's 5 days only. So now save your spreadsheet, print your spreadsheet showing the formula. And whenever you are showing the formula, you need to make sure that the rows and column headings are displayed. The page orientation is landscape. So let's do this. First of all, to show the formula, I will go formula, show formula. I'll fix my sheet to make sure that each and every cell, as you can see here, has enough space. Now here the formula is cut, here is cut, here is cut. So normally whenever you are printing, whether for formulas or for values, it's better always to click on the corner, highlight the whole sheet, and then click between A and B, for example. And you'll find that each and every cell will take the needed space. Okay. Now we'll go File, Print, it's landscape, everything is visible, and columns are there. Yes, I can double check by going here, sheet, rows and columns are there, the heading. And as you can see here, we have 6 pages. Okay, okay, so that's good. So we have them as 6 pages. Make sure always landscape, as you can see here. We can use also a narrow margins here to make sure that the maximum amount of information will be displayed. So 6 pages. And then I will just hit print. And this is print number 2. Here we go. Done. Next, again, we need to print this time showing the values. Okay, this time printing the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure that only cell A1 to D11 are displayed. Okay, so that means we need to get rid of the formulas. So go formulas, get rid of them, go back values, fix the sheet again, and we need to print from A1 to D11. So I'm going to select from A1 here to D11, only this part here. And what else? The rows and columns should not be displayed and it should be portrait. So I'll go File, Print, it should be portrait, and let's get rid of the rows and columns. So page setup, sheet, and tick rows and column. And we don't need the whole active sheet, we need only the selected area. So I'll select print selection here, nice and clean. And the contents are fully visible, and it's a single page, as you can see here. It's a single page and everything is visible. So I'm going to print it as a local file as well. And this is print number 3. Okay. And in E3, calculate the total rainfall for Chemsey for January. E3, we need the total rainfall. Where is E3? This is equal total rainfall January. For Chemsey, that means I'm going just to add this. So I'm just going to say sum only January. Okay, up to here. Yes, done. And in E4, total rainfall for February, also sum, but this time I'm going to take February. So from the end of the sheet up to This is the 1st of February. Done. And we create an appropriate chart to compare the average hours of sunshine with the total amount of rainfall for the month January and February. So we need the average hours of sunshine and the total amount of rainfall. We just got the rainfall here, and this is the sunshine, the average hours for sunshine, if you remember, for Chelsea. So create a chart comparing these two here. Okay, and we need it for January and February. So I'll select these, holding control in my keyboard. I will also select these and go insert and look for the recommended one. And the recommended one is a line chart. So I'll select a line chart. And next, set the months as the category axis. So we need to have the months, as you can see here, the category axis, which is good. Um, Set the average hours of sunshine as a primary axis. So the average of sunshine should be the primary axis and the rainfall should be the secondary axis. So this one should be the primary axis and the rainfall should be the secondary axis. So this one is the average hours of sunshine should be the primary. This is average hours of sunshine. So this one should be the primary and the other one should be the secondary. So let's change them and add a secondary data here. So I'll go change, and the blue one should be the primary and the other one should be the secondary, like this. Okay, so this is how it should look like. Okay, and secondary axis, set that rainfall axis to have a maximum value of 100 millimeter. So after I click OK, I'll click double check here, and I need this one, the maximum to be 100. It's already 100, and the minimum, since I'm starting from 0 here, I'll make sure that also the minimum here is 0. And here we are. Okay, this is very perfect now. I can click this one, and let's continue here and fully label the chart. And remember that they actually ask us to label the chart here. They say that what we need the month as the category axis, average hours as the primary axis. So just make sure that we label them. I'll just click OK, axis label, and for this one, this will be month, and the x-axis will be um, the average hours of sunshine. Okay, and this one will be the total rainfall. Okay, and we need the main title, and we normally take the main title from here, which is a comparison. So say comparison of the average hours total in general. So I copy all the question actually. Okay, and I would say that comparison between the average hours of sunshine with the total amount of rain and the total amount of rainfall for the month of January and February in Chemsey. Okay, well, in Chemsey, I can just make it like this, in Chemsey. Okay, and here we can actually include that this one should be um, the average and this one should be sunshine. So right click on these, select data, and series 1 here, it should be average hours, okay, of sunshine, and series 2, it should be the rainfall, the total rainfall. Okay, and that's it. The chart is now complete, as you can see here, and ready. Okay, let me just fix this one. This is on the month, and everything is nice. Just increase it a little bit here. Let's see what we need to do. Full label the chart. We've done it. Save your chart and place a copy of your chart in your evidence. That means we just copy the chart, the whole chart, and place it in your evidence. Just open the evidence, and this is step number 11. So it will be step 11 evidence, and just I'll place it here. Make sure that it is fully visible, very wide, everything can be red and marked. Okay, and that's it for this part. Next part I'm going to do the web page inshallah. Thank you very much, and see you later.